the end of the war. I lifted my head towards the sky and saw a beautiful golden orange line. A plane was flying up high, and I told everyone very loudly, I'm going to be on that plane to Ibiza. January 92 saw something new. You felt something was coming in the air. We knew that enemy could attack the city with all its armor, infantry and air power. There was a real continuous danger. But I truly believe that they chosen to lay low. There was no question they'd be able to storm the city at a later date. But we knew the winter was going to be formidable. Shooting would occur on the line and there would be bombardment from time to time, but it was becoming less frequent. Things were sort of coming back to normal life, whether you can call normal life. The thing is, it wasn't normal. What we didn't know and what the politicians didn't share on TV was that Croatia was going to be given independence by the European Economic Community. I remember that day, 15th of January 1992, sometime around 10 o'clock in the morning. I remember because we had a phone meeting with the commanding officers. There were always some raised alarms or danger situation being explained to us, some potential attack. But this time, the point was that there was no attack coming. The snow became white with the sun. It was a cold, a few degrees below, but that sun on my skin was beautiful. We had got some new weapons, including some anti-tank missiles and rocket launchers. We felt like we were becoming the true army, not just a ragtag group. We were still wearing uniform like a proper army in a peacetime, but we knew one thing: they were afraid of us. If they weren't afraid of us, they would have attacked us by now. I believe that psychological warfare was playing a key role. The local radio station was always celebrating and making fun of the enemy with sarcasm and jokes. That kept us alive. They played creating song to provoke the Serbian Yugoslav army. When the song Lili Marlene was playing, for example, shelling of the city was guaranteed. We used to call the radio station the Yellow Submarine. And sometimes when the shelling started, we had to hide down in the basements, wet like submarine, and listen to the radio there. I was in the trenches and there was a TV in the basement. These soldiers were watching some foreign channel. Dear Lord, if I only knew how the fuck they found this channel on TV. At that very moment, I saw girls in bikini dancing on the edge of the pool and jumping into the water. They had McDonald's burgers. I'd never seen McDonald's burger before, never in my life. I heard of them, but I never had the chance to try. McDonald's didn't come to Croatia until much later. The beauty of everything I was watching sent me into daydreaming mode. Part of me was daydreaming, part of me was observing what was going around me. For that moment, I was thinking, oh my God, I wish someday. The very next moment, I lifted my head towards the sky and I saw a beautiful golden orange line. A plane was flying up high and I told everybody very loudly, I'm going to be on that plane to Ibiza. Of course. Everybody was laughing, smiling and making jokes. Well, I laughed too. The others looked at me like, you think you're going to be on that plane? I said, if I survive this, yes. Then the shelling and bombardment started again. I was thinking that this was like a First World War. I can't explain how many shells were falling on our city, on our lives. I was like, okay, this is it. This was the attack. I saw the fear among the troops. You could cut the atmosphere with a knife. They were all breathing heavily. That bombardment was not normal. I had never felt a bombardment so intense, so constant and coming from every possible caliber of weapon. Rifles were shooting from the villages opposite. There were mortars, cannons, rocket launchers, missiles, everything. It lasted 3 hours. We would only send people out of the bunkers to the observation post for 15 or to 30 minutes, as they were much safer down below. Everyone was waiting for the enemy soldiers, and I was trying to preserve as many lives as possible. Suddenly, at 1 o'clock, the President of the Republic of Croatia announced on the radio, "The Republic of Croatia is being internationally recognized. Independence is being declared for Croatia." So there were more countries, not just the Baltics and the Vaticans, recognizing us. That was the reason that Serbs started shelling like it was their final push. I truly believe that if the shelling had lasted for another couple hours, we would all be dead, severely wounded or crying for mercy. We couldn't believe it was the shelling that stopped. The UN said they would be sending forces in Croatia to support the independence. Somehow, I felt relief coming after 7 or 8 months of constant fighting. It was finally coming to an end. And back home, there was a new war brewing in Bosnia and Herzegovina. To be continued.